What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les, Alex, and Jake
What's up?
here for Impact. We are live and in living color with round number 1 of 6, plus a cut to top 8 of our Modern RCQ 1K. That's right, we're giving out $1,000 today. We've got our biggest RCQ turnout of all time here at Impact. 42 players.
Wow.
Shout out to them. And Jake's not even playing.
I'm not playing today. I wanted to be in the booth. First RCQ in the St. Louis area. First RCQ, honestly, I could think in most of the country.
Yeah.
So I want to be in the booth, get to talk to you, get to talk about some Magic the Gathering. So I think we're going to have a fantastic day.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Aiden, this is his first RCQ. He's played in, I believe, 3 F&Ms. Playing some Azorius control. I asked him. It's not like I put him on, in the dark. I asked him, I was like, hey, is it cool if I put you on round 1? He's like, yeah, let's do it.
I like that.
So, yeah, the confidence is real. So hopefully he can do well today. But Ryan, no slouch himself here with Jun Saga, already has a Ragavan out. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching us, though. If you're watching on Twitch, y'all the real MVPs. Consider following and subscribing. And then if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. Of course, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs, and follow us on all of our social media platforms. All right, ad over. Let's get into the action.
So, you white control Jun Saga. Two decks. If you ask me what to pair or what would 2 people play at this RCQ, I don't think they'd be in my top 5. Blue white control has actually been seeing a little bit more play than it has most times.
I think it top 8'd the challenge or something like the Miracles version. I'm not sure what Aiden's playing. We don't have a deck list right now. We can probably get them here after the first game, but .c's okay.
The control player's worst nightmare. Looks like Aiden is on the, I'm assuming the Days Undoing plane. He's got Days Undoing. Yeah. He's got the Gaia Reach.
That's spicy.
He's got, I am unsure. Is that Spell Pierce or something? The blue card that Ryan's holding in his right hand right now?
I'm not sure. I can't really see it.
But Aiden's playing, I'm going to assume a pretty...
sets in there. And
yeah. There's a couple ways to build blue-white. I wouldn't say that there's a best way, but there are many paths into building this deck where you can be. I'm just playing control.
Taking prismatic,
taking pending is a fantastic decision, but I guess he's going to be playing open-handed here. What is that card? I have not a clue. Oh, I think it's a flip land. You can see on the bottom
it's the distortion array.
Yeah,
distortion array or whatever it's called. Yeah.
It's one of the flip lands. One of the what do you call it? MDFCs from
Tags of Plains
MH3
Ragavan.
Monkey not hitting any fun there, but Also doesn't seem like Aiden's too upset by that. He's got a fair amount. He's got theoretically 4 lands in hand. He's not hurting for mana right now. But he is going to be hurting for actions if this Ragavan starts hitting impactive spells off the top of the library, which is one of the powerful parts about Ragavan.
I'm curious why Aiden didn't play the Prismatic Ending on his turn.
I'm unsure. I don't really know why. I mean, maybe wanting to save the Prismatic and save for like a red and 6, or a scarier threat. But I mean, honestly,
oh no.
You ask me what's scary in Modern. Ragavan's probably in that top. Now I'd say Ragavan's in that top few cards because. Nothing pulls apart. Nothing rams you faster and gets you going hard into a game than Ragavan. I think we should be at 2 treasures, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you should. What's up, Chip Hunt? How you doing? Couldn't make it today. Oh, yeah. Well, no worries. He's here in spirit. But, yeah, so Aiden going to go searching up for an island after the fetch land. And
Brian's got run in 6, Thoughtseize, Wooded Foothills. So not exactly the fastest start here from Jun Saga. One of the scary parts of Jun Saga is getting a bunch of interaction when your opponent is playing a deck like Blue-White Control, and you have a handful of Fatal Pushes and nothing happens because of them.
Yeah, Aiden really just needs action here.
Yeah, he needs another removal spell. First, he needs a removal for Ragavan. Let's see what he gets.
Sink into Super, maybe? I didn't quite get a good look at it.
See what he thinks he's going to do here.
I'll play
Play the Guy Reach.
Sanitarium.
Makes
and
sense.
Just going to pass. So I assume Aiden's going to be trying to just dig into an answer. Maybe he didn't draw one. Maybe he's just holding up. Maybe he did draw one. I don't know what it is.
No.
Nope. Just going to be
Are we
taken.
in it? And well, that's an out, but
That's an out, but I mean, Ryan's like, man,
Ryan said I
I'm not
won't
gonna
cast that.
card.
Are we in an era now again in Modern where Path to Exile might be good again?
So I do know of a couple players on Team Impact that are playing Path. I think Path is good against. It's really good versus Eldrazi. Probably pretty okay versus specifically Flage from Boros.
Yeah.
And then Murktide. Path Exile makes Murktide look like chump change.
Oh yeah.
I think Path
Get rid of your big boy.
Path does have a spot, I think, again in Modern, just because it's premium 1 mana interaction.
Oh, and there is that Ren and 6 you were talking about earlier. Ryan able to find a forest, the greatest forest art in all of Magic.
Oh, those arts are fantastic.
Honestly, all of that
Cycle.
from John Avon just.
Oh, Chefkis, 100%.
All right, Ren and 6 is gonna return a land back to Ryan's hand.
At the end of turn, I'm gonna do this. So we both draw a card and discard.
Draw and discard.
Digging for an answer.
Discarding suspension ray.
Oh, so it was another suspension, right? And he
He drew a spell snare.
That's not great. And this is an issue with Azorius control that can happen. You can just draw the wrong half of your deck.
Yep.
And you just kind of die slowly, or sometimes you die fast. And he drew an island, I believe.
I think it was a snow-covered island.
Yeah, so Aiden's in some trouble here. This Ragavan's really solidifying why it is one of
Why
the
it's that
best
one
little
card. I mean,
boys.
it definitely dropped in play. I mean, for a little bit there, the best thing about Ragavan is the fact that it was a legend, because you would Mox Amber and Emery for the Breach combo. But now that Breach is banned, I think the monkeys kind of got a chance to come back.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
Bowmasters.
yeah. Ryan's just laying it on. We need a Wrath at this point.
Well, he's going to spell snare as Bowmasters.
Yeah, that's fine. But we still need to find removal.
I think it's cool how spell snare is still seeing a ton of play, because it's only been really powerful in the format for like a year-ish
Yeah.
at most. It definitely dipped in play
I mean-
during the COVID era Modern, and then MH3 kind of brought back 2 mana creatures, and spell snare is really good versus that.
Yeah, Spell Snare is definitely a card that wanes and waxes in popularity, and before COVID era, it was really good. Like 2017, 2018 Modern.
Yep.
Very good. And of course now
Cracking
it's,
with the monkey. This Ragavan is the best Birds of Paradise ever printed. There's another spell snare.
yeah, Aiden doesn't need or want that now.
He needs. I assume he's probably playing 2 or 3 temporary lockdowns.
Yeah,
He's got to hit one of those, or else I think this Ragavan's going to single-handedly win the game here.
I think it kind of already has, but
Yeah,
that remains to be seen, I suppose. But
but Ryan doesn't have like a ton going on right now. If Aiden can get a good interaction spell,
he's gonna crack the Windswept Heath. OG Windswept Heath.
oh, I love those. Oh, there's an orange chant. There's an Arset. So we're kind of get to see what's going on in this deck. Lauren revealed.
Planes.
Well drawn discard. He's got to finish shuffling, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaia Reach. I like the interaction obviously with Narset, and I feel that's kind of what Aiden's doing here.
It's
with
such a mediocre card until it locks him out of the game.
Yeah, the problem here is he's just letting Ryan rip through his deck too. Obviously, Aiden needs to do this, but
We got a
it wasn't a land. That's
with an Arset, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, even Narset at this point's not great. I mean, yeah, it could find something relevant, but
Well, it gets one. This Narset has to come down and get the perfect answer, and Ryan can't hit a discard spell. This is really only the way this Narset's going to be good is
Yeah.
if we kind of get the.
you have to hit a prismatic ending
Yeah.
essentially.
I think we're seeing the mistake from Aiden of not prismatic ending this Ragavan turn 1.
Yeah, and that has a counter spell, I believe.
There's
That's
a
not
white
gonna-
border one, I think.
You have 2 cards in hand.
I don't think there's a point in shocking this because you can't do both anyways.
unless his thought is to hit the Renin 6. But I would just play if that is Narset, play the Narset, activate it,
I'm gonna
See what
play
you get.
this.
and then
Push
play
off.
the
Mine.
Hallowed Fountain.
And then I will pass Steve.
We're just gonna.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
to
consider.
consider.
It's a
Oh.
consider. I would have thought about considering a main phase just to hit the prismatic ending, or even a temporary
You
temporary
got-
lockdown would be insane.
Oh, it would be
here.
great.
But yeah, you're right. Ryan doesn't really have much going on right now. He has a second Renin 6 in hand, and then
some lands.
I think. Yeah, he's gonna get a surveil off of this underground mortuary, but he
The
hasn't had a follow up. Like he's
No.
had obviously the Renin 6 is thinning his deck every turn, which is great. But
Renin 6 is the absolute best when you keep the 3 lands, one of it at least being a fetch, 4 action cards. You
Another
never draw
Ragavan.
another land, and your Renin 6 hits your land drops perfectly every single turn the entire game. That is when Renin 6 in this deck is the absolute nuts.
Yeah.
Or if you're getting, because sometimes Jun does play the 1 mana cycler lands.
So here's the issue right now. Even with Aiden, even if Aiden is able to hit temporary lockdown, Ryan has a replacement for Renin 6 and Ragavan in his hand.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's just going to take a turn off and then continue doing what he's been doing.
Also, this Renin 6 is getting to the point where it's going to ult soon,
Yeah, and then the game's over.
and then all Ryan has to do is find a bolt, and you just then he goes bolt, 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 you're dead.
Yeah.
In my turn, I'm going to
I assume this is a consider.
consider.
What is this card up here by the Ragavan? I don't even know what this art is.
I'll be on top. I'm gonna draw it.
Who's going to keep it?
Well, it goes exile, so we'll never. I think it's another. I don't even know what that is.
Path to Exile, maybe? I don't know.
It could be.
Can't see my hand
Looks like an
anymore.
instant.
Perfect.
There's a Jace.
Jace the Mind Sculptor?
Going to-
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no, did he
Tap.
get blinded by Jace?
No, don't.
And I'm gonna play Narset.
Okay.
Okay.
I would have tapped my Gaia Reach, I think, instead of one of your blue sources, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We are allowed to let the players make mistakes. We cannot.
Oh, there's
step in-
prismatic ending. Okay, so
There's
he
also a
found it.
temporary lockdown in this
And
too.
temporary lockdown. He can't play it though unless he has a land that we are unaware of.
But players are allowed to make mistakes. We will not step in
Tefairy.
unless we see something nefarious going on. Correct?
Yeah, I
As
mean,
the,
so he'll take the temporary lockdown, which is actually the perfect card if he has a land. I think he's got a counter spell in his hand though.
And
Counter spell Jace, temporary lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean take.
Oh, there's a Beseju
Oh,
for
well, this
Ryan.
one's
There's
just-
no. I think this is how the.
I mean, he does have a counter spell, so.
but Beseju
Oh,
doesn't
it doesn't
counter
yeah,
Beseju. Beseju's a land.
he
activated
needs a
ability.
stifle effect. Yeah,
Going after
Narset's
Narset.
gonna-
Narset down to 1.
I'll take down Renin 6.
Ping the Narset.
Yeah,
Narset goes to the graveyard. That's a cool looking Narset. Is that like
that's the bird.
the blue
Bird is the
one?
word.
What are we doing here?
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna Beseju
Beseju.
the Gaia Reach.
Yep.
Get that off the board.
any basic lands?
Any basic land types. You
Yeah, so he can get
You can get surveillance off that, which is honestly one of the best outs for that card. When you're not doing anything else, just go, oh, I'm gonna go find my surveillance and I'll get a free
yeah,
surveillance.
see if he hits a meticulous archive here.
It comes into battlefield, and like if it's a shock when you can choose to.
So it's a lush portico, I think.
Cost 1 just because I've been like
I'm gonna do this line fine. do that and survey.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's good. You know, these blue-white decks playing other colors here.
Usually, I've seen a lot of the blue white
just
decks.
for prismatic ending,
Yeah,
typically.
they'll play 2 or 3 off color surveils or fetches or surveils or shocks or whatever, just to make sure you get your, because the prismatic ending is the best on 3 and 4 usually.
Yeah. And Aiden is playing Kahira as a companion. I'm not sure if he said that at the
Did you
beginning of the game.
reveal it? I don't. You have
I don't
to.
know.
reveal it.
Maybe he said it before we, you know, got down to the
Okay.
battlefield. Oh, there's another Narset, but we definitely have to
We
use
got locked
this.
down. We are 100% locking down this
It
battlefield.
is interesting that Ryan did that. Well, I mean, the problem is he's just got so much in his hand.
He's got the perfect answers.
I'm gonna play temporary lockdown.
Well, actually, no, because now if
Yeah,
Ryan goes to play his Renin 6,
It can be countered.
he can at least counterspell it. There goes the treasure
So
tokens.
Ryan not able to ultimate.
Nope.
And then I will pass my turn.
I'm gonna crack both of these.
Double fetch.
So down to 6.
There's the first. There's looking through his deck. Looks pretty stock Jun Saga. Got another surveil? No. Ooh, only 1 surveil land?
And it'll be a mountain.
I feel like whenever I build a deck, I almost always include 2 or 3. And I get in
They're
Jun.
very good.
In Jun, you need your mana coming untapped. But when you're fetching this much in a game, you want as much as many outs as possible to your.
I'm gonna dash Ragavan.
Ooh.
So go to attacks.
Okay, so we're right. Aiden's letting this one go through.
5.
So Shane can't cast that.
Can't cast the flooded
In
strand.
fact, you cannot cast lands. Are we're gonna go for this round
Yeah,
6?
I think Aiden has to counter this.
Oh, if he doesn't, I think it's
Play
game over.
Renin 6.
Can we put in hand?
2 cards. Yeah,
I am going
got
to counterspell.
Yep.
yeah. Good old fashioned counterspell. That's the counterspell I had as a kid, so I respect it.
I will pass a turn. Dash trigger goes back.
He's got to figure out an out to that dash. Right.
Yeah, he's got to draw another counterspell. There's what's that
What
card
is
called?
that?
It's the-
Cosmic Rebirth.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason they play the green in there.
It's a good card. Instant speed, get back my planeswalker, gain a little life.
I am going to
Is Jace the Mind Sculptor, I bet? No?
No, we're gonna cosmic.
Cosmic Rebirth.
That seems fine. I'm gonna rebirth, dig for an answer, go back up to 8.
I'm going to read the also my card here.
3 or less, you may put on the battlefield. If you don't put it on the battlefield, put it on your hand. Okay. So if it's 3 or less, hits the battlefield.
I'm going to grab my diary sync carry.
Yep.
Just front the card. So grab that.
It's already near. We're pulling up here on Scryfall. It's already in the quick search or the search suggestions.
I will.
And there is Cosmic Rebirth.
The only difference is this is a different art.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
So we got the temporary lockdown from the Cosmic Rebirth. That's a cool.
No, we got.
No, we didn't.
Gyro.
You got the Gaia Reach. I'm sorry, I saw the temporary lockdown, saw the Ragavan, and I thought it was.
I
Oops.
will
Yeah,
dash
that
Ragavan.
that's an interesting interaction
Go to
though, too.
attack.
Yep.
Attack for 2.
He's getting the Gaia Reach. Okay, there's a counterspell, which Ryan can cast. He's got 2 treasures.
Kill it.
Here's
Play another goal.
another Goyf.
Ooh, that's what this is.
Goyf is gonna. I think Goyf is a land, planeswalker, sorcery.
So I have
Instant?
sorcery, land,
Should be a 4/5.
planeswalker, creature. So sorcery, land, creature, planeswalker.
So if he had a Tefairy,
What is it,
Tefairy 3,
4/5?
4/5. Okay.
Tefairy 3 would be good to
you would
bounce it.
bounce the temporary lockdown and replay it.
I will pass a
Yeah,
turn.
it's not a bad idea.
Your turn.
The problem is Ragavan just keeps going back to
Drop this or build draw. Discard.
Ryan's
Draw
hand.
first, then discard.
Yeah, draw first then discard.
There's a Lily on the Veil for Ryan. Looks like Aiden drew, I think, a Consider. So Aiden's hand right now.
If
it's gonna be
so, if
Consider.
Aiden's not going to cast this Jason Mind Sculptor, you might as well discard it. Like, Consider's a card that he can play because he's not going to be able to do enough in his he doesn't have enough mana to do everything he wants, and he drew another Consider. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
I can't believe I'm saying that, but like, if
Discarding the
you're
Jace.
not gonna cast Jason Mind Sculptor, you need to utilize it in other ways, and discarding it to Gaia Reach is definitely a way you could use it. Like, I think
I'm going to.
Narset.
Here comes the Jace.
and
I
then
think.
I'm going to play Jason Mind Sculptor.
Yep.
I take it down.
Jason
minus
Mind
one,
Sculptor
this
better than
one.
all.
He's gonna bounce
Just
the
comes on.
other
It goes
Goyf.
back.
But now Jace is at 2, and he's prime Ragavan food,
And then
which is terrifying to think of a monkey, you know,
Just eating Jace's face.
Mauling him. which I think is a problem many places in the world.
Jeez.
I'll dash Ragavan.
Yeah, Jace
Go
is
to
goner.
attack.
Jason Mind Sculptor,
Only on.
not better than Ragavan.
You got to consider here.
Yeah, damage to play. So if it's just.
I don't know if he.
Gotcha.
I don't even know if he plays Pat tags out, but
Instead,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't. I think I would have played Narset there to try and find temporary lockdown.
Now if
Yeah, this is getting rough.
this is gonna be rough, Lily's gonna start picking apart Aiden's hand, and
I can start.
Resolve. So I'll take up.
discard a.
Start.
Fatal Push. Yeah, that card's been in his hand literally since turn 1.
It's also not doing anything. I don't think Aiden has a Celestial culminated out.
The discarding the Consider seems.
Yeah.
Resolve. Okay.
There's another Goyf again, so now Lethal is on the board, and Aiden needs to find a way to get out of this.
Yep.
Pass. Dash trigger.
Goes back to his hand. Pass the turn.
So dash right.
There's a
I mean,
Tefairy.
that'll keep him alive.
So he's not. I mean, Aiden's not dead, but he's not in a great spot.
What's in Aiden's hand? We've got.
Aiden has Tefairy
Narset.
3 Narset.
That's it.
Yep. And Ryan has just Ragavan.
I'm gonna do.
I mean, he has to. It's Tefairy. You have to play Tefairy. Bounce the.
Goyf. Yes.
Well, you can bounce the.
Play Narset.
Nope.
You can bounce the.
The lockdown and replay it.
Replay it, and then you hit everything.
Well, that's not what we're doing here. We got an orange chant. Well, it's flooded strand.
Orange chance.
Narset.
Fine.
Another Tefairy.
Yeah.
Okay, chant's not bad. Is the kicker on chant the attack one, or is it the base mode? Is it? It's players can't cast spells, and you kick it to can't attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That though does not stop Liliana the Veil.
No.
And then
doesn't.
I will pass my turn.
Temporary lockdown.
And
Getting-
on your upkeep, yeah, I'm gonna do the kicker as well.
So I can't attack or play spells.
Yeah, we can still draw.
Yep.
And I think you can do like abilities.
Right.
So you can do this.
Lightning bolt.
And yep.
Yeah,
So
pretty good.
if Aiden doesn't find a perfect interaction, or doesn't find some sort of interaction for Monkey Shadow Spear at least, because he can, I'm sure he can find a way to deal with another
Well,
Goyf.
he's got a way to get the monkey and like the temporary lockdown's right there, and he's got Tefairy 3 in his hand. So
But we did say he's newer to this blue-white control list.
Check up.
It that is a line that you may not see your first time playing
That's
playing
fair.
blue-white control.
oh, and he's discarding the. Oh, he has to. He doesn't have any cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Start to carry family.
Hate to see that. So now it's going to be a lot more rough.
Abilities though,
Yep.
right? So, put this.
Ryan discarded the bolt. Interesting. So I mean that's fair.
Down.
What was the other card?
It's the Ragavan that's been
I'd keep
dashing,
that too.
and I think it's a Lorien revealed.
Ability.
I mean, that's good.
There's a
Hall.
hall pending. Consider land. No, the flip,
S-
the
Suppression
distension.
ray.
I don't even know what that card does.
It stuns stuff, I think.
Okay.
Suppression field ray. What is?
You're the little white control player here.
I am going to take.
Yeah.
Expression Ray, here it comes. Show it for the people at home. 3 hybrid blue white. Tap all creatures target player controls. You may pay X, where X is energy. Then choose up to X creatures. Tap this way. Put a stun counter on each of them. Interesting.
All right. Well,
So if you don't have any energy, it's just a
tap dudes.
tap dudes. It's a sorcery, which I mean, with the fairy out, doesn't super matter. But
I'm gonna do. I'll diversify my mana.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Morning Reveal and draw
Yep.
3 cards.
Draw 3. Yep.
All right. I mean, this is actually good. This can help him.
there's a
stay-
Days Undoing, Counterspell, another
Oh.
chant.
I mean, that orange.
Ryan drew an
Those
Inquisition.
are
It feels
3
like.
very good cards at this point.
They are.
Inquisition and Consulate.
That's going to be able to pick whichever one Ryan wants.
He's kind of hiding
He's
that Days
got-
Undoing.
he's
Like,
got
"Hey,
decision."
don't see this Days Undoing. It's not here. Don't worry about it. It's not doing anything wrong.
Problem is, Days Undoing is not that good right now.
No, I mean,
Ryan's only got 1 card in his hand.
yeah, but it could give Aiden a full grip, and then they could draw in like a Solitude or 2 if he's playing Solitudes.
No,
I
that
have no
is
idea.
true. I think you have to take the
Take
Days
the Days
Undoing. It's
Undoing.
definitely the
Yeah.
pound for pound best card in
And then
Aiden's hand.
I'm gonna dash Ragavan,
Yep, here comes the monkey.
and I'm going to take up Liliana. Have you discard?
Yep.
This Liliana the Veil is prime here
Gotta
to
oh,
get rid of Aiden's.
And then
Oh, he discards the
I-
chant.
I would have kept the chant.
What?
With Shadow Spear,
go
this
to
is going to be
attack.
short work.
attack Narset,
Oh, Narsa down. Ryan going up to 9.
and then I'll gain 3 from the life point. And then I'll pass dash trigger.
Monkey goes back to his hand.
Would you have attacked Aiden there?
I think both is fair. The problem is if you don't kill Narset, there's a chance where you get
Yep.
Gaia Reach locked. But
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Aiden
Oh, he's got a
drew- yeah.
Tefairy Hero of Dominaria. That's
God,
one of my favorite
that is
cards.
no one listened to this guy.
Let's go.
one
Best
listen to
3
this
mana
guy.
planeswalker of all time. And if Aiden untaps with that thing, I might say that this game might turn around.
Yeah.
Which it is very possible that is going to happen.
Don't discard
one
this,
card again?
Aiden. Don't discard this card. 1,
He-
2,
He's got to be casting this, right?
3,
4, 5.
5. There we go. Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
Uptick.
Drum
He's got a uptick.
roll. Come on. Put it in the battlefield.
Wait, hold on. Is Lily's about to ult, right?
Yeah. Tefairy Hero down there.
Okay, this is a hard decision.
So you either tick up and have counterspell mana, or you bounce this Lily on the Veil because Ryan can go. You can keep
it's tuck, not bounce.
tuck. You either put this Lily on the Veil back in your deck, or
So-
he's gonna make Aiden divide up his lands and
Yeah.
his Planeswalker.
And
You know what? I'm gonna be funny. I'll take.
he's gonna uptick, I think is what he said.
Yeah, I'll take.
So it's a
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he goes up.
Is it the 6? Right? No, 5.
and then you untap 2 land.
If you if you tuck, you lose to Fairy to
Goes to
Ragavan. That's
1.
I mean that's true, but
Good morning, Sir Dice-a-Lot.
he might lose his Ragavan or he might lose his Tefairy anyway,
Yeah.
right? Because he could just go Tefairy versus lands.
But this Lily on the Veil, I mean, I think you might just have to accept it and sacrifice your Tefairy to the Ragavan because I mean, Ryan drew Urza Saga, which is
That's really-
terrifying.
that's really good.
Aiden doesn't have a great way of dealing with this with the Saga, but I think we're going to start off with the Lily on the Veil.
And again, Ryan might just uptick. Yeah.
If you uptick, you play your cards first.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Wait, there's a Saga.
Yeah, I agree, Elsa. It's a rough. Aiden's in a rough position at this point.
There's the monkey.
Counterspell.
And a counterspell. And then
Now I will
I think you have to ultimately on here.
tick up.
Oh, tick up. Now we can just tuck that. There's a pending.
All right. Wow. So Aiden
We're
has,
going
a,
for
has
the-
a fighting chance
Man,
here.
both players are just playing for the long game here.
Going to do.
Ryan's
Oh,
got
okay,
it.
you drew a Cosmic Rebirth. Aiden drew a Cosmic
Oh,
Rebirth.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Got a tuck here, right?
Okay.
Well, start with. I guess you could start with Cosmic Rebirth. Get back Narset. Activate. See what your options are
Yeah.
before you activate your Tefairy.
Cosmic Rebirth. Narset.
Wow. If Aiden can pull this off, this is gonna be legendary.
Yeah, this is he's got to play pretty dang perfectly because Ryan's gonna at least make two constructs.
Yeah. 2, 3. So suppression field lands.
Pending.
Pending. Okay.
Okay, that is good.
That doesn't
Unfortunately,
feel-
he did
Tap his green source.
tap his green source, so he's not gonna be able to tag the Liliana here.
Turn this top third from the top.
So if he would have tapped differently, he could have just prismatic ending the
Yep.
Liliana and uptick to Fairy, which
I'll pass it to your turn.
I mean,
And on your upkeep. Oh, sorry, on your draw. Sorry.
No, you're
Or
supposed to do
on your
upkeep.
I'm doing
Right.
this. So we both draw. You discard.
well, you can't.
I don't draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so you draw. I mean, you could do it either way. I think you're supposed to do it on the upkeep.
You're supposed to do it in
technically.
the upkeep. You technically don't have actions in your opponent's draw. You can do it before or after your draw
Yeah.
phase, but yeah, during the draw step, there's no priority passed. Just a pass. So Ryan is gonna start making some constructs, but Aiden does have a prismatic ending.
I'm going to. Three.
Yep, turn gonna go up.
There's another one.
Another Tefairy.
I'm going to
I think you activate Narset.
to here.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, he's got a Lorien reveal.
Oh, the
Oh, he brought Kihira to hand. Okay, so it was off camera,
Okay.
but he must have announced it before the match. We got in a little late.
Construct.
There's a construct.
+1/+1 for each artifact. So 3, 4, 5.
So this art, yeah, construct's a 3/3. Theoretically a 4/4.
On your upkeep.
So on my draw step.
Yep, draw step.
So
Draw, discard a push, which.
I'm gonna discard.
Ooh, another temporary lockdown. That's so good.
Oh no.
Discard.
So Ryan has to. I don't know. It depends if Ryan plays. It depends what Ryan
So it's
plays in his
a
deck.
2/2?
If
Okay. Oh yeah, because those ones.
so, I mean, depend right now.
I think Aiden might be pulling
Has a
this off.
lockdown here. I think it depends what Ryan has for Saga targets.
On the trigger,
Mhm.
I'm gonna make another construct
Mhm.
and trigger.
Yeah, so he's got 2 here.
My library for 1.
Let's see what he has
This
for
construct can attack, right?
one of them.
One of
can.
them can. Yeah. So it'll take down the Narset, I imagine. Ooh, and that's gonna pop the
Temporary lock.
temporary lockdown. But he's got another
Wait,
one.
we're not attacking.
Wait, did
Are
he
we-
make it on? No,
he made one on the
made
end
One on instep. So
Why are we not attacking? Uh-oh.
is that it?
That's a cryptic command.
That's a cryptic command.
Alex, they can hear you out there.
Oh my god!
Alex, they can hear you out there. You can't scream that
I
loud.
got so excited.
Temporary lockdown.
Temporary lockdown.
So you can pop the lockdown. You can pop the might in response to the lockdown and nothing goes away because it's all one clause.
So it goes on the battlefield, then it triggers, right?
Yeah. So you can play your effects.
You can play it.
Because it's not two separate clauses.
So
It's one.
I'll
So if you just remove it in response to the
exile it.
Yeah.
Gain 2 life.
So
So these.
No, no.
This comes back.
Yeah, the tokens would go away, right?
It doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it's all one clause. Let me,
Eggs. But I'm gonna scoop it out. So.
All right, Ryan's gonna call it here, and Aiden is going to miraculously be able.
so it wouldn't because it's all one clause. If you're moving in response to the UTB, it says until it leaves.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, so here's the thing with
We are allowed to let them make mistakes.
yeah,
We are not allowed to. If he would have waited, maybe, but I mean, there's a very big gray area with how much we can get
so
involved.
here's my thought. The head judge told me, basically, unless you think someone is blatantly cheating, do not interrupt the match for any reason at an
Yeah.
RCQ. So Stephen Hagen, our L2, who is basically our house judge here at Impact, told me that because one time, several months ago, I interrupted to.
I have also
correct
made this
something.
mistake too.
He said, "Hey, don't ever do that again, because you're essentially giving away information."
Yeah.
So that being said, we're not going to interrupt unless we believe that something nefarious is going on, and
Unless someone has a card in their lap.
like that guy at the RC.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. So that's gonna do it here for game number uno. And I am gonna fix this before I switch it over because
Pop it to the booth. Hang out. Make sure you can see me. I have my chair set up a little higher than yours. You gave me the chair someone chewed on.
You're going first? Yep.
all right, let's flip it over to us now. But yeah, thank you all so much. And Aiden able to pull that one out.
That was a long game. Both players
That
played
was-
for the long game.
yeah, that was
I
nuts.
I think Ryan should have probably played to win the game fast because you're not gonna outgrind the blue-eyed guy.
No,
That's not a
that typically does not happen. Tefairy's good. Who knew? Exactly. Like that's what I said. Whenever
this guy knows.
I was like, when you get to untap with Tefairy after he's been on the battlefield, you feel like you cannot lose the game.
Oh yeah, and modern it's a little scarier. In Pioneer, you play that card, you uptick, you're like, now I win.
Yeah. Modern, there's a lot more chicanery to happen,
There is.
but still, it rings true. Tefairy and Jace the Mind Sculptor and Narsat all got played that game.
These are all cards you love.
I love all these cards. So shout out to Aiden for allowing me to
Put him on
Put 'em
blast
on.
for game
well,
one.
not blast, but put him on. Put him on.
Oh, looks like we are going back to game number 2.
All right, let's get back down to the battlefield. Everybody's back at 20, and
Looks like Aiden's gonna take a mulligan. Ryan has land spells. He got an Urza Saga. Looks like a pretty stock Jun Saga hand. Good cards and an Urza Saga.
yep, that's typically what you want. Fable, the Mirror Breakers, specifically a really rough card for Azorius control to deal with. Typically, it just is so much value.
I don't think he has a Fable.
Is that not what that is? Oh, I'm sorry.
Urza Saga.
Same card. Essentially the same card.
Kinda.
Kinda the same card.
I'm not saying you're wrong because they both make mana. They both find you cards from your deck.
Yeah.
They both make a dude. Man, is this the same Magic card?
It's pretty much. It's cheaper though. Kind of.
It is technically free. Aiden going to 5 here.
Oh no, that's not what you want to see. Let's see how much time they have left though. They've got about 11 minutes. There was no time
Uh-oh.
extension. So they do need to hurry. Aiden is the one who can see the timer, which is right behind Ryan's head.
I don't think either player was playing like slow playing at all.
No. They were playing at an adequate pace. It's just there's a rest in peace, which is
In the Days Undoing. I think he has Narset Days in hand at least.
well, one flick of a thought seize will change that. But
Oh yeah.
let's see how this one goes. Aiden's got to put some cards on the bottom of his library, and then we will be off to the races. It would appear.
And let's go. Where do we start off here?
Tomb tap.
Tomb tapped. Ship the turn.
And Aiden being up.
Draws, draws
Oh,
some
well,
Narset.
now he has it definitely.
Delta Pass.
Delta Pass. Mountain drawn for Ryan.
Mountain and
What year is it? Yeah, we've
2025. Go eat.
Armagoyf in 2025.
I was looking at my TCG player history and I was looking at the very first TCG player order I made, and above it there was an order for a Tarmogoyf. How much do you think I bought my Goyfs for in 2016, 2017?
$78 before any shipping or tax or anything.
You're close to 75.
Oh, come on.
And
You
this is
gotta get
before
that.
I became a
get that.
foil guy.
Yeah. There's Tarmogoyf for those uninitiated. One of the best blue cards of all time. One of the best blue creatures of all time.
Do you think they'll ever print any of the Commander Goyfs in Modern?
I don't even know what.
So there's like
those
Borrow
do.
Goyf, Pyro Goyf. There's like these Goyfs that were in one of the Commander decks for MH3, and 2 of them see
Barrow-
quite a bit of legacy
Barrel
play.
Goyf's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, and so is Pyro Goyf. Pyro Goyf is a Flame Tongue Kavu that's really good.
My future site Goyfs were 75 each. after.
Hey,
the
good morning,
Modern Masters.
Raptimus.
Yeah, that sounds right. How's it going, Raptimus Prime?
Got a whole gaggle of people I know in the chat right now.
Do you know Sir
I
Dizelot?
do. He's one of my best buddies.
Dash Ragavan.
All right, all right.
I
I know your government name now, Sir
I
Dizelot.
play Tarkov with him.
Oh my gosh.
This Goif,
You
this
hate
little
yourself,
Goif.
don't you?
Dude, we both hate each other. We both hate ourselves if we're playing Tarkov.
We
Tarkov.
both hate each other. That's good to know. You
Let's
gotta.
keep our Goifs in Pyro and Modern right now. They're so fun. Legacy. I think they'd be sick. Oh, here's another Goif. Ryan is playing
Oh
the.
my God.
I'm
Turbo
getting
Goifs.
Turn.
Pass. Triggered.
Yeah, Aiden, this one's gonna be.
Play consider.
Yeah, considers.
It's a land.
I don't know what's in his hand. He might want that. Probably. Buy,
When you
or probably pitch.
when
that.
you consider on the end step, do you and you have the access to surveil, do you fetch surveil,
Yeah.
consider, or do you surveil then consider? Or which do you do first?
Oh, I haven't given that much thought recently.
I think it depends if I'm digging for an answer or I'm trying to find a good card.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you just?
Or
like-
trying to be consistent.
Are you? Are you just doing it for value?
Yep.
Oh, he's
We're
just.
not even getting a surveil.
He might not have them. Like, keep in mind, so Aiden's been building this deck over the last couple of weeks, just from, picking up 4 or 5 cards here every week at FNM. So, not quite sure. And we
That's
don't have
a,
the deck lists in front of us. So,
That is a big undertaking, and coming to Modern and say, my first Modern deck's going to be blue-white control.
yeah. I mean, more power to him. Modern's such an open format, though, that Modern control is really difficult to play.
I will say
you
Modern.
have to play almost perfectly to get W's. And here is
Consider first, I think, set up your next draw after the cantrip. That's fair.
There's
There's
Tefairy,
a
big boy.
big T.
He's a long way away from that 5 mana though.
Didn't I pull a Tefairy in my pre-release kit for Dominaria? I feel like I pulled a Tefairy and I traded it to you. I think it's 15. I think you're right. It's hard to tell with the glare from the little flashing lights
Yeah.
above the table.
I think it is.
Open our set.
That'll
Throw the Goifs.
Still instant. It's not
Planeswalker now.
Yeah. These are not Necrogoyfs. These are Tarmogoyfs. They care about both graveyards. And here comes the monkey.
Go to the top. So
6, 7, 8.
back for 8. I have you at 15, so 7.
Oh, yeah, I think I need to subtract that.
Here's the treasure.
Time
What's
check,
that?
6 minute. Hagen is
The judge is literally right next to him. Oh, he's walking away. There he goes. There she goes.
there goes my hero. Oh, prismatic ending. Okay, now we can get rid of one of these Goyfs. Or rest in peace. Just play the rest in peace. Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, the rest in peace is a very good answer to these Goyfs.
I'm gonna play Rest in Peace.
Yep.
So exile.
Yeah, reconcile.
There is a trigger there.
You
Just
do
so
have to
everybody
announce
knows.
this.
All good. Okay.
And everything will be graveyard exile instead.
I beat Sir Dizelot at a locals FNM by Tishana tidebinding the ETB trigger from Rest in Peace.
That's awesome.
That's one of my like big brain plays.
Yeah.
Well, these Goyfs are now just O1s.
Yeah, and they'll stay O1s as long as that.
We're gonna make a dude.
Although we could just go get
We
Haywire
get the,
Might.
but we tap the green for it, so unless he's got a fetch or something in hand.
Yeah. True. But I mean that doesn't really help the Goyfs now. I mean I guess you
No.
could grow them to
What do we got?
no, it's the one to do it.
Shadow Spear does make them 1/2s. not the scariest Goyfs, but they would be Goyfs. And here comes the Haywire Might.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He has a treasure token. You are right.
Oh yeah, it does have a treasure token. You are true.
Thank you, Nick. That is, I think, one of Aiden's friends.
Got the whole squad today.
I put 3, 4, or 5 different chats. I threw up the channel in to get everyone.
Yeah, shout out to
Hanging.
everybody hanging out. We got over
It's an early
20
morning.
Over 20 players. We got 6 rounds today, cut to top 8. So gonna be a long day.
There's 40.
42.
There's a bunch of people out there.
Exile that.
Yep,
So this
and-
deck goes first, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's
he gains 2
sacks.
from Haywire Might.
And then that
But then we
they were my exiles, correct?
um.
So these
So
are gonna-
you sack it first, and it'll hit the graveyard when the ability. Then the ability goes on the
yeah,
stack.
yeah, so both those are exiled. So
Yep.
these guys will be 1/2s.
Unless we have like a no discard spells or anything. If you had a discard spell to follow up, that'd be pretty
Ooh,
sick.
that'd be really good.
Then those
That's
Goyfs
for
are going
six.
for at least 2/3s, probably.
Oh yeah, at least.
I
Well,
will
we know.
say.
Well, we
Oh,
if
go
he had a
ahead.
Thoughtseize, we know he has a Tefairy in hand, so he could just tag the Tefairy to grow the.
Oh, then they'd be 3/4s at least, and
but
maybe
that kind of
some-
just doesn't do anything because you're still on a 2-turn clock. So I don't know. This doesn't matter. We are pontificating.
a Goyf player without Goyf dice. I have Goyf dice. Actually, my fiance got
Oh,
me.
look
a
at this
set-
fancy guy.
My fiance got me a set of Goyf dice for like 2 years ago.
Back goes good.
Here comes 4.
So yeah, if Ryan did have a Thoughtseize, he could have won there. But Aiden's gonna call it. I mean, Aiden mulliganed and then just kind of died.
We are going down to 2 minutes in time.
Happy to give it.
Yeah. So I don't believe Aiden can win in 2 minutes.
Either someone's conceding someone, or we're gonna just tie here.
Yeah.
Which isn't the blue-white control player's favorite day of Magic when they get stuck in the
Draw bracket,
draw bracket.
which is just the blue-white control mirror bracket. Or the actual worst is if you're not in the blue-white bracket, you're just in the my opponents are just so slow bracket.
Oh my
And that's
gosh!
actually the worst because Aiden, I mean, both these players have been playing at adequate paces, but say Aiden,
Game 1 took 35
yeah,
minutes or whatever.
say Aiden gets paired against somebody who plays particularly slow, and then he's just having a terrible day. That's
Yeah.
just the worst. You never get your poop breaks. Like it's just a bad day.
If you are, you better make sure you're good to go before you play day control because you don't get a lot of time in between rounds.
No, definitely.
I was just like,
Yeah, that was just the best.
Alrighty, these guys just shuffling up and playing
Ooh,
here.
abrupt grist,
Wow,
abrupt decay, run in
double
6.
Fairy 5 for Aiden. That's gonna be
Ryan's got a stacked hand right now. No 1-drop, but he's got Ren and 6s. If this game went long, it'd be looking pretty strong for Ryan. Do we know if we have seen any like Wrath of the Skies for Aiden or anything like that? I don't think I've seen any. I
don't
think he's
think
playing.
he would be playing that just based on the makeup of his deck as he draws one. No, no.
Dude, that'd be so funny. Mr. Blue
Oh,
White Control.
no,
expert
does
be
he
wrong.
not?
He's got. I think he has like
have
the
a
one.
land?
No, he's got a Gyre Reach and a basic. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll run it.
I get. Oh no, is that a basic? No, I don't know.
Oh, he has a suppression field though. Or suppression
Okay.
right. That's an Azorius land.
When you say that, could you not push your glasses up? That's an Azorius land.
Oh, it's an Azorius land. Says the guy who I have Goyf dice. Nerd.
A mortuary and then a house with some-
At least I don't need specific dice for my cards.
I do. It's. I mean, technically, the real Spike would be
Well,
not having
technically.
would not be having any dice because
Oh
you
my
don't
god.
because you don't have to tell your opponent unless they ask.
You just brought your deck. That's the spiky thing.
Oh,
That's all
dude.
you did is bring the deck and like a small piece of like
Honestly, some of the
a
best.
piece of paper. You didn't even bring like a
Oh,
small
yeah.
notepad. It's just a piece of paper.
You're writing on the back of your McDonald's coffee receipt.
Oh my god.
graveyard.
And you have like, yeah,
I'm gonna play this. And I'll pass.
we're getting lost in the sauce here in round one. This is not great, folks. This is not.
At some point, the commentators will divulge into Alex talking about something in the 90s and me making obscure references.
And we've arrived. Oh, time on the
Time in the
round says.
round.
So again, they did not get a time extension.
They started pretty much on time with everyone else.
So,
But that means
so is it
don't go anywhere because
one,
we're going to be back here with
Yeah,
round
it'll be
2 very
right.
quickly.
Turnaround is going to be quick in this one.
Yeah, I'm saying you can
Oh, okay. I'm gonna play this land.
Guy reach.
I forgot the
Island. No, that's a Gyre Reach.
What?
I was making a joke. Island is an Island. He said this land.
Oh my gosh.
you said shock for that.
I
Trying to decide whether he wants to shock or not. I think he forgot just the time being called and everything. I think it just kind of distracted Aiden. He forgot to fetch at the end of the turn there.
Yeah. Ryan, no cutsies. What are we gonna do here, Aiden? We got a chant. We got a pending.
I definitely think this one's gonna go to a draw.
So
Aiden is playing Kihira. He hasn't been great about announcing it. It's definitely
But
there.
it's off camera, and it must have been announced before we got down to the players before the match started, because Ryan was like, "Oh yeah, there's Kahira in
Yeah. Some
our set." There's a tease I'm doing. That's pretty juicy target. I think you have to take it because you can just kind of win the game if.
you rip apart Ryan's entire hand here.
Ooh, there's a Grizz.
Ryan, stop throwing your cards. Can Gris destroy planeswalkers? I don't remember. With his minus whatever.
I think
Look it up, Gris the Hunger Tag. We have Scryfall. We have the technology.
we have the technology.
Versus Saga. 9 and 6.
Creature, yep. So he could. Now I think we're just gonna beat down this. We're just gonna beat down the Narset.
Yeah, we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. All right. Well, I mean, Aiden had to go for it. Like,
To be fair though, if Aiden did pop off this Days Undoing, that Bowmaster would have made a dealt him 7 and made a 8/8.
that's pretty gross.
But I also think keeping this Grist in hand for a little while is probably much safer because you're not gonna get you have a answer spell for like Tefairy 5.
Yeah.
Which we're on turn 3. I don't even think we get to a Tefairy 5. So we gotta pay 2 for that.
That means colors.
yeah, I mean, two.
He's a 2-man.
Oh no, sorry, it's two. Sorry,
So you pay 2
yeah,
colors.
2 colors. So I'll pay it.
Yeah. There
Okay.
you go. They figured it out.
And then I will pass.
That might have been a time where we would have needed to step in, because that is
Goes
actually just an
turn
illegal
number
game
5.
action.
Yeah.
We're on turn 4. Ryan draws.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I mean,
Versus
I
Saga.
don't think we're gonna finish this game, but it's not looking good for Aiden. Obviously, in an RCQ, if I'm sitting in Aiden's spot, there's not a shot I'm
Go to
conceding.
attacks.
Nope, you're playing for that draw, so you can go you can get your draw bracket off and have a good time.
Play a Grist.
Now we're just gonna play our spells because we can.
Might as well do something. There's a Goyf to the bin. Gonna make an insect.
Achy bug. Ryan's got all the correct tokens here. I never do.
Ryan's a pro. There's the last turn of the game.
There's a temporary
Oh, there's
lockdown.
temporary lockdown. That's pretty good.
What I do is just
Let's fire that off.
for lockdown.
Clean up the
You
door.
definitely make the case of like,
Correct, Sir Dizlot. I don't. Every token is either an Ampharos
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Maybe a winner.
or a Halo
oh,
card.
Aiden's gonna give him the win.
Right? Like concede the game.
I'm not gonna see somebody. No one, nothing was asked.
Yeah, Aiden's gonna concede. Okay, stand up, guy, Aiden.
Good guy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this round.
Yeah, he didn't ask for anything. He just offered it. And I perfectly legit.
Yeah. So as Hagen's explaining there, Aiden didn't ask for anything, so that is completely legal to just concede to your opponent whenever you want.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna take a short break. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere because we're gonna be back in like 2 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, hit up ImpactGamingCenter.gg for all your Magic the Gathering needs, and go follow us on all of our social media. For Jake, I'm Alex.
See ya.
Adios.
Don't go nowhere.